Have you ever done everything right before bed? You turned down the lights, put your phone away, and even ate what you thought was the perfect sleep snack. And then you just lay there, completely wide awake. What if the healthy food you ate before bed was actually part of the reason you couldn't sleep? I'm Sophia, and today we're diving into something I call the sleep food paradox. It's the idea that the foods most people think will help them sleep might actually be working against their specific biology. Stay with me, because this one might change how you think about your evening routine. You turn down the lights, put away your screens, eat your evening wellness snack, and slide into bed. And then you lie there, completely wide awake, staring at the ceiling. It is a totally frustrating experience, especially when you follow all the modern rules for sleep health. You make sure to hit your specific targets for magnesium-rich foods, healthy fats, and a little protein before hitting the pillow. The logic behind this routine makes sense. We assume that putting these exact nutrients into our system automatically triggers overnight tissue repair and regulates our nervous system. So you assemble a late-night plate designed to hit those targets. A handful of almonds, maybe some berries, or a scoop of flax seeds. But there is a blind spot in this approach. Nutrition labels tell you exactly what is inside a food, but they tell you absolutely nothing about how your individual body physically processes those ingredients. A food can be an objective, 5-star health choice on paper, packed with everything required for a perfect night of rest, and simultaneously be the exact trigger that keeps your body from actually going to sleep. To see how individual biology outranks generic health advice, we can look at the most common sleep disruptor on Earth: coffee. People get different sleep results from caffeine, depending entirely on genetics and when they drink it. A chemical called adenosine steadily builds up in your brain from the moment you wake up, creating a rising curve of exhaustion that eventually forces you to sleep. Caffeine acts as an imposter. It physically blocks those adenosine receptors in the brain, capping the curve and creating artificial alertness. By blocking those receptors, caffeine actively diminishes your slow-wave deep sleep phase, even if you manage to fall asleep at your normal time. Some people can process this blockage so efficiently that an afternoon espresso does nothing to their night. Others suffer a terrible night of shallow sleep from a single cup at breakfast. If a universally consumed substance like caffeine yields completely different physical reactions based entirely on an individual's biological tolerance, we have to apply that exact same logic to the heavily promoted sleep foods eaten at night. That brings us to the supposedly safe evening champions, things like tree nuts, flax seeds, and trending longevity snacks like goji berries. After eating these, some people notice a slight tingling in their mouth, a subtle itch in their throat, or sudden digestive bloating. It is easy to brush off as a minor annoyance. Those subtle symptoms are physical evidence of digestive distress or oral allergy syndrome. Because of specific pollens or compounds in the food, your immune system is reacting to that healthy snack as a literal threat. On the outside, you look like a person simply eating a nutrient-dense snack before bed. On the inside, your biology is mounting a defense protocol. When your body is locked in an activated state to fight off mild allergens or digestive stress, it perceives itself to be unsafe. And if the body feels unsafe, deep, restorative sleep is biologically impossible. The goal of sleep nutrition should shift. Instead of trying to construct the ultimate superfood stack to force your brain to shut down, the objective is to find exactly what keeps your specific biology calm. You can start by conducting a personal audit. Pay close attention to how you feel after your evening meals. Look for sudden, wired restlessness, a strange mouth tingling, or deep stomach discomfort. We can see this personalized approach in action with magnesium supplementation. It is a highly recommended sleep aid, but you still have to match the input to your body's specific tolerance. Different chemical forms of the same mineral serve entirely different biological functions. Magnesium glycinate works well for general relaxation, but magnesium citrate is processed differently and is mainly used to induce digestion, which might keep you awake. To figure out what actually works for you, strip away the complex, multi-ingredient superfood bowls. Return to simple, single-ingredient pairings like yogurt and fruit or chicken and rice that you know sit comfortably in your stomach. If your body rejects a universally acclaimed healthy habit, it is time to simply stop forcing it. True restorative sleep does not come from piling more heavily marketed superfoods onto your plate. It comes from honoring your unique biological limits, finding what digests effortlessly, and finally giving your systems the permission to quietly power down. So the next time you reach for that handful of almonds or that trending superfood snack before bed, pause and ask yourself one simple question. Does this actually feel good in my body? Because true restorative sleep is not about following someone else's perfect protocol. It is about finding what keeps your biology calm, and that looks different for everyone. If this gave you something to think about, follow Sleepwell Calculator for more science-backed sleep content every week. And do not forget to find your personal sleep window at the link below. Sweet dreams. We will see you in the next one.